What do you two? Welcome to Hip Hop with it's your boy Papa Benji. We are back with another visual today, y'all. I know these visuals get very critical. Without further ado, God is good and God bless you all. The most positivity and prosperity in your aura, man. Make sure y'all got some Zaza Pop whatever y'all need to rock out, and let's get it going, family. Huh?
We're making it 3
I'm scared for my life.
Go ahead. All right, yep.
It's not my fault.
You can't sit and tell me you don't know anything about it. It's under your house.
Dude, I never thought
Under
this would be my
house?
life. All from a man that I should stay far, far away from.
I am required to read you your rights, okay?
Saturday, April 1st, 2023, Aurora, Colorado.
Hello, non-emergency. This is Ethan. How can I help you?
Hi, Ethan. My name is Kyla Duberstein. I'm actually calling from Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm calling about my son.
We should be good, right?
We lived here in Phoenix and moved to Denver a couple of years ago. And he went missing around Mother's Day last year.
What's your son's name?
His name is Carl, K-A-R-L. And my last name is Dean, D-E-A-M-A-N.
How old is he?
He's 35. Nobody's been able to phone him or talk to him.
Grown ass man.
I created a missing persons page on Facebook for him, and today a woman posted on there that she knew he was killed, she knows the address, and she knows the people
That
involved.
thumbs up. Facts.
Okay, I'm gonna put a call in for this.
The operator alerts Aurora PD's Homicide Division. 2 days later, on Monday, April 3rd, a detective makes contact with Kyla.
So I'm calling to follow up with the report that you made to our department.
Yes,
I guess it would have been 2 days ago.
Saturday.
To start with, if you don't mind, if we could just kind of start from when Carl kind of came out here and you know, what was going on,
Okay.
and what led up to him disappearing and all that.
He moved back to Denver in May of 2021, and he was just living with friends, kind of bouncing around, living in his car. And then...
So, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. When you say last year, you hadn't heard from him for a long time. What do you think the time frame was on that?
Let's see. Before that Mother's Day, probably 2 weeks.
Okay, so 2 weeks prior to Mother's Day of 2022,
Yes,
Damn.
you hadn't heard from him. Would that have been unusual?
it was unusual.
Weeks went by, and Kyla called Carl, who also goes by KJ, repeatedly, but his cell phone went to voicemail. She also reached out to KJ's friends. Alarmingly, no one had seen or heard from him either. In July of 2022, Kyla contacted a different Denver area police department and filed a missing persons report.
So, then what?
So then I kind of waited, and then I had a friend who from high school who her husband is a private
W
detective
scam.
or private investigator. So I hired him, and he did some looking around, and he's the one that found out that Carl had the warrant for his arrest.
According to the warrant, in May of 2022, the same month he went missing, Carl and another man had been caught trying to steal catalytic converters in nearby Thornton, Colorado.
And when I talked to the detective about it, he said that, you know, they picked KJ up and he took him to the police department and questioned him. But at that time, they didn't have proof, and so he had to let him go. And then I guess a day or so later, they got a video that showed him doing it.
Okay.
And it was at a park and ride in North Thornton somewhere. And so, I don't know. Then I had some of his
She
friends.
sound like she definitely
He
worried
does
though.
have military training. And that they said, you know, if KJ wanted to go off the grid and hide, you know, he would be able to do that. And so I kind of thought maybe that's what he was doing because he had the warrant. And maybe that's why maybe he was hiding from it.
Still, her intuition told her something was wrong, so Kyla took action. With the help of one of KJ's friends, she created a Facebook page dedicated to finding her son. A few days ago, she finally got a lead. The tipster's username was Nope Try Again.
What the
And
hell?
She said,
What type of
I'm
name
so
is
sorry to
that?
tell you this, that KJ was killed and... Sorry. And so, you know, I freaked out, and so I said, how do you know this? Can you tell me more about it? And so then she sent me a long long message later in the day saying what her name was.
The tipster identified herself as Sierra. She claimed that several weeks ago, her friend Casey Bach made a shocking confession. KJ had been murdered by her boyfriend, Haskell Leroy Crawford.
Oh,
At
shit.
first I thought it was a hoax, but then when she sent me that longer thing and she had a lot of
shit.
information, a lot of detailed information, I knew that it was not a hoax.
Terrorizing that
Sierra,
lady.
Casey told her she
How
helped
could y'all sit there and just terrorize that lady like that, bro? That's so crazy, right?
Leroy bury KJ's body under a crawl space in Casey's apartment.
What in
and
the
then
hell?
Leroy covered him with cement.
What?
After exchanging more messages, Sierra gave KJ's mother her phone number. So KJ's mother reached out to the police department she contacted back in July of 2022, only to discover the officer she spoke with never actually filed her son's missing persons report.
Crazy.
Okay. Did they give you a reason why?
She didn't know. She just apologized and said she didn't know what happened.
Would you be able to copy those messages she sent to you?
Yeah, I'll email that to you right now.
Okay, and I will keep you posted, all right?
Okay.
Later that day, Aurora PD detectives speak with Sierra. She swears everything she told KJ's mother is true. Last month, Casey came over to her apartment, high on drugs, and started rambling on about how Leroy had killed KJ, and she helped him with the cleanup. At first, Sierra didn't believe Casey. Then she went online and started looking up information about KJ. When she stumbled upon the Facebook page his mother created, Sierra was horrified to realize that Casey might be telling the truth. Scared to go to the police, she decided to message KJ's mother instead. After speaking with Sierra, investigators do some more digging and make a crucial discovery. When KJ was arrested back in 2022 for stealing catalytic converters, he was arrested
Catalytic
alongside
converters?
none other than Leroy Crawford. That gives detectives a direct link between their alleged victim and his alleged killer.
Motherfucker.
Leroy's also no stranger to violence. In September of 2022, months after KJ went missing, Leroy was arrested and incarcerated in Jefferson County on an unrelated attempted homicide charge. April 4th, 2023. The next day, police head to Casey Bach's apartment with warrants in hand.
Take hand over there, please. You have a warrant for your arrest, please? I'll explain it to you here in just a second. I'm going to take your backpack off. Grab your stuff here. Is it Casey or is it Cassie? Okay, Casey. So we also have a search warrant for the apartment. Yeah, I understand you have 2 dogs in there. Are they friendly?
Yeah, she fried.
Okay. What are their names?
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay.
Girl looks
Let
sick.
me just get you situated here and then we'll explain more what's going on.
The fuck wrong with her?
Casey tells police her 2 children also reside in the apartment. After arrangements are made for her mother to pick them up from school, Casey is taken down to the Aurora PD station for questioning.
Come on here. We got the dog.
With her dogs safely detained, police execute the search warrants and enter Casey's apartment.
Yeah, she looks sick as fuck, yo. Definitely. Probably thought he was ratting on him or probably ain't pay him on nothing.
If you guys push past and then we'll have someone clear the closet.
Probably shorted
Inside
him.
one of her closets, police find what appears to be a trap door rigged with locks.
What?
When they remove the door,
What?
they discover a crawl space underneath. Inside the crawl space, a foul odor fills the air. It's coming from a
what the
large, suspicious
fuck?
concrete mound. When police peer through cracks in the mound, they spy what appear to be human remains. Based on what Casey reportedly told Sierra, police believe it's the body of KJ Beeman. However, they won't know for sure until the remains are excavated and the coroner's office makes a positive identification.
Nah.
One thing is for certain. Casey's apartment and the crawl space are now officially a crime scene. Back at the police station, detectives sit down with Casey and confront her with the evidence they've just
Nah, that Goku one is fucking tough. That Goku drawing is tough.
found.
Now, what I can tell you is we did make it into the crawl space, and we found more or less what we thought we would find. And I understand you were a little upset with some of the things we were saying. But we would
Yeah,
like to come
girl.
back and speak to you and just not be confrontational, nothing like that. We just want to talk to you, okay?
Confess.
But as I mentioned,
Confess,
our other
motherfucker.
detectives were over there, and they did go into the crawl space we were talking about, and
They just literally poured concrete over this man. No cinder blocks, no time involved. Just pour concrete on this man and just leave him underneath. Like that shit ain't gonna stink up that whole goddamn house.
And you found a dead body on my floor?
Well, that appears to be what we found.
Huh? How you know that? Wait, how you know that?
Talking about
And you found a dead
we're over there, and they did go into the crawl space we were talking about, and
you found a dead body on my floor?
well,
How would you know that?
appears to be what we found.
Okay.
Okay.
Now what?
Well,
Now what?
That's kind of up to you. That's why we're coming here to talk to you.
Fuck you
And
mean
we're
now
coming to that
what?
point where obviously we're going to have an ongoing investigation, right? There's a lot of work for us to do, but now is your time.
Man, we get some fucking answers.
Okay? Now is your time
I don't know.
to say your piece.
My
to,
piece?
to try to give us, because you're not going to have. It would be unlikely that you're going to have another opportunity to give us your side of the story.
I don't know why you trying to give it to her like, yo, this your time now, or you gonna get charged with this shit and you gonna sit in jail forever. You might as well tell your side of the story or ask for a lawyer and then we gonna take it there.
I don't even know anything about this.
All right, fry her ass then.
How would I
Fry her
have to
ass
say
then.
my piece with what?
The detective calls her bluff. He tells her a witness came forward to police and repeated what she said Casey had told her, that
Damn.
KJ was murdered and buried in her crawl space.
Damn.
And Casey, here's the deal. We're trying to be very respectful to you because we don't think that you're the primary person involved in this. We don't. That's why we're being, for lack of a better term, we're being soft. Okay? Because we
And
don't
she did
think
send the messages too.
that you are the person who created this whole mess. Okay? But we do think you know about it. And we do think that maybe you were somehow involved in getting this under here. So this is your opportunity to decide where we're going to go with this.
I don't know anything about this.
Okay? Well, that's the problem. You can't sit and tell me that you don't know anything about it when the whole way we got here was by you telling somebody that this is what happened.
Yeah, all of that is made up because I didn't say that to anybody.
Well, that's not made up.
What the hell is that?
You tell me. It's under your house.
Stop acting fucking slow.
That looks like 2 pieces of wood, dude. Like,
This, you're right. That you are absolutely
know
right.
what's
This
going
looks like
on.
2 pieces of wood. What is this?
Do I look like I'm a criminal?
Did we say
Don't
that?
matter.
We didn't say that, did we?
I'm not
We never
saying you said
never accused you of being a criminal. We haven't made any comments
I would
on
like my lawyer then.
Despite her proclaimed innocence, Casey Bach isn't going anywhere. She's charged with being an accessory to a crime and
Yep.
thrown in jail.
Get the fuck
At
out of here.
approximately 7
Infected ass ears. Infected ass ears. Shit all infected and shit all nasty and shit. Girl, you dying out here, bruh. You look ill. You look ill.
accessory to a crime and thrown in jail. At approximately 7:44 p.m. that evening, police receive a call from a man identifying himself as Casey's new boyfriend. He says Casey just called him from jail and said she's ready to talk. Detectives meet with her again.
Sit from there so they can talk to you.
That's your boyfriend. She,
Of course,
Thank you.
He got some. She got some too.
All right, Cassie. Well, we were contacted by your boyfriend, and he told us that you would like to speak to us.
Yeah.
I just want to confirm that that is correct, that you would like to speak to us. Okay. Do you understand that before you asked for an attorney, right?
Yeah.
And do you understand that all those rights still apply to you?
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, would you like to speak to us now?
Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah,
can we
that
do
shit
for you?
beat
How
your
can we
face
help
up.
you? What you need to say?
She high as hell.
No, you probably can't help me. I just know that I don't want these charges placed on me because I did not do this.
Casey tells detectives Leroy is the father of her children. They've been in an on-again, off-again relationship for years. She came to know KJ through Leroy. KJ and Leroy were once so close, their kids even called him Uncle Carl.
Really?
But in 2022, after KJ and Leroy were caught trying to steal catalytic converters, Leroy turned on KJ.
There was
Wow.
one night he was talking about him and KJ were having problems, and that he thought KJ was a rat. It was working with the cops, and
Ooh.
that it needed to be taken care of.
Okay.
And then the next thing I knew, I was coming home from work. And when I got home, he was in my apartment. And KJ was already dead. In my bedroom. And he forced me to help him move KJ.
I'm sure this is very difficult for you.
And he forced me to help him move KJ.
Huh?
I'm sure this is very difficult for you.
No, I don't.
Do you know what had happened?
That's insane.
I know I seen a bag over KJ's head.
What kind of bag?
I don't know, it's just a bag. It's the white bag.
Yeah, I guess you was gonna get life.
Yeah,
Guess you was gonna get life for stealing Cadillac converters, huh?
like a white Walmart bag.
Like a grocery type bag? Okay.
You know,
Still going to jail, right? You know that, right?
It's gonna take a little time.
I don't know, dude. I never thought that this would be my life. I never thought that anything that has unfolded in my life would be my life. But it is.
What did you do, Erica?
And it's all from a man that I just should have stayed far, far away from.
Are we talking about Leroy?
Yeah.
Casey says her relationship with Leroy was a toxic mix of drugs and domestic violence.
Damn.
So let's, and I hate to kind of come back to something really traumatic, but let's talk about, you say Leroy made you help move KJ down into
He
there.
couldn't move him by himself.
Okay.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, boy. You did the crime. You better know how to move that body,
I tried
boy.
to leave. He grabbed my arm.
Shitting me.
So did you guys pick him up and put him down there?
He forced me to drag him.
Drag him? Was there blood anywhere?
No, I didn't see any blood anywhere.
Weapons, like anything at all, from knives to baseball bats, or
I mean, I have weapons all over my house.
did any of them appear to have been used?
No.
How did the cement and all that stuff get down there? I know we showed you the photograph. How did all that end up down there?
Because he thought it would be smart to cover him in cement.
Dumbass.
Leroy did?
Dumbass.
And how long did that take? Did he go and do that night? Did he or that day? Did he do it over the course of a few days?
I think he did it the next day.
Detectives press Casey for more details of KJ.
Damn, once they catch old boy, he might be fried. I ain't even gonna lie.
Jay's murder, but she seems more concerned about herself.
Is this gonna help me any?
We will be 100%.
Yeah, I don't like that tattoo either.
The charge that we are charging tonight is not going to go away, okay?
Goofy.
That
Goofy.
being said, we will get a greater understanding of what actually happened.
Goofy as fuck. She's goofy as hell.
The charge that we are charging tonight is not going to go away, okay?
You should have bargained for a better plea.
That being said, we will get a greater understanding of what actually happened.
Silly.
And how involved you actually were. This is obviously a very serious situation.
I know it's serious, yeah.
I know.
God bless you, Erica, what it
Okay.
do?
So, and we don't want to lie to you. You know, we could just lie and say, you can tell us this and everything will go away. Unfortunately, that's just not the truth. Yeah, that's just not the truth. Okay.
But it's important for us to understand exactly what your role was.
I didn't want a role in it.
I know, but you ended up in it.
Without a guaranteed deal, Casey is less and less forthcoming.
Let's try to do just a linear timeline of what happened that day. Okay?
Her mom should have swallowed her.
And if you correct
What
me
the
if anything
fuck?
I'm saying is wrong. You said
What
that
the fuck?
Leroy was upset because he thought KJ was snitching or ratting to the police. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Was that before all of this happened?
Yeah.
And you said that he said something like it had to be dealt with.
These niggas acting like they was in the goddamn cartel. Like this man was moving actual drugs, bro. Y'all was stealing Cadillac converters, bro. You thought you was like, come on, bro. Like it had to be a mix of the drugs, girl. Cause it's like, bro, You gonna take somebody's life because you think he ratting that you still in Cadillac converted, bro?
I don't want to be putting words in your mouth, okay? So if I'm wrong, please correct me.
No, it's not at all what I said, man.
Okay, I thought you said something along those lines. Maybe I'm mistaken. So what did he say?
No, I'm just like confusing myself.
Look, because her dumb ass thought she was about to get a reduced in her sentence. Goofy.
I just know I didn't do this.
Eventually, Casey shuts down. April 5th, 2023. The following day, police call in a team of experts to excavate the human remains in Casey's crawlspace. 27 miles away.
And it's in your motherfucking house.
Aurora PD detectives arrive at the Jefferson County Detention Center, where Leroy Crawford remains in custody on attempted murder charges in a separate case.
Boy, oh boy. A separate murder case?
We're detectives with the Aurora Police Department. We're the major
Two
crime
accounts?
sections, okay? We're here to hopefully talk to you about a case we're investigating. I will let you know we're not here talking about your case that you're in.
He has an attempted murder case going on already. And he about to get charged with murder right now.
Custody on, okay? So it's important that you understand that. It's also important you understand we record all our interviews, okay? That's actually required to do that by the state. I know you see all the cops with body cams on and all that. Now, because I do have you here, I am required to read you your rights, okay? And I assume you've been through that before and you kind of understand how that works. Just because you're in custody and I'm gonna ask you some questions, okay? Are you cool with that?
I don't know. Last time I talked to cops, I ended up here.
If that's the case, I'll just go ahead and lay it out to you, okay? We're currently investigating a situation at the mother of your children's apartment, and that's Casey, right? Okay, and we are actually in the process of serving a search warrant there. Basically, we got some information which led us to get this search warrant and go into the apartment. All right, now, I would like to ask you some things about that. That's why we're here, okay?
Detectives read Leroy his rights.
Do you understand your rights? Well, as I mentioned, we're investigating a situation over at Casey's house. What I would like to do to start with is, if you don't mind, I'll just show you a photo of somebody and tell me if you can tell me who it is. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, who is it?
It's KJ.
KJ? Who is KJ to you?
Yeah, he was one of my friends.
Okay. Well, he's been missing. We're trying to find out what's going on with him, okay?
Motherfucker.
So, last time you saw him, do you know about when that was?
I don't. It's been a while, like a year.
Okay.
What's all that do? I don't know what's going on, so.
Okay.
If he been under there for a whole entire year, that's diabolically crazy, bro.
Well, we're basically investigating his disappearance. Okay, we're at the major crime section. We investigate missing persons and homicides. Okay, so we're
The fact
investigating.
that I was in here for talking to a cop.
I'm sorry?
As in the fact that I'm in here being charged with something I didn't do for talking to a cop, I think I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I literally was helpful as the cop I talked to, and I'm here facing no charges.
Okay.
For something I didn't do, so.
Well, I don't have anything to do with that, okay?
I know, but still, I think I'm done.
Okay.
Several days later, the excavation is completed, and the remains are transported to the Arapahoe County Coroner's Office. The coroner confirms the victim is Carl K.J. Beeman. His
Damn.
death is officially ruled a homicide.
God rest his soul, man.
For KJ's family and friends, the news doesn't come as a surprise, but it remains just as devastating. In his honor, KJ's friends set up a fundraiser to cover the funeral costs of the man they remember as a kind and genuine person, with a big smile and a contagious laugh. His presumed killer, Haskell Leroy Crawford, is charged with first-degree murder, and police and prosecutors know there's one person who holds the nail to his coffin: Casey Bach. In July of 2023, after
infected era asshole.
3 months in jail, a now sober Casey agrees to sit down with police again. This time, she holds nothing back.
Well, we kind of were saying initially we just give you another chance to kind of tell us about what happened that day, and then from there we can ask some more questions.
I don't remember why KJ was coming over, but all I really remember is that Leroy had a 9mm on him. And he pointed it at me and said, I'm going to do what he said.
So Leroy pointed a gun at you,
Yeah.
the 9mm, and said you're going to do what he says.
Yeah.
Okay. So you answered the door for KJ.
It's crazy.
Okay. Was Leroy hiding? Was he in your back? Was he?
No, he was hiding in the corner. Because they entered through the back door.
Okay, understood. So Leroy's hiding here. Alright, and then KJ comes in this sliding door.
Yeah, he told me to let him in and lock the door.
Her ear is infected.
And then what?
And I brought KJ in, I'm pretty sure. I'm just like, hey, do you want to smoke? And that's when I walked past Leroy, and Leroy had my 20 gauge in his hand.
Oh,
Okay, so now
damn.
at this point he doesn't have
He didn't have
the 9mm, or is it a 20 gauge shotgun?
What the hell?
That was also in the apartment, wasn't it?
Okay, so I was fine. He brought KJ back, told him not to do anything stupid, and to get on his hands and knees.
So he's pointing the gun at KJ. Okay, and what is KJ doing when he's doing it?
Kind of just standing there, and Leroy walked around and got behind him in the living room, so he come back in the bedroom.
And is that your bedroom when it's all the way at the end of the hall? Okay.
So where was all the blood? Did y'all clean it up? Because he shot him, you said he shot him in his hands and his knees.
And I know this is probably really hard to pick, but after they went into the back bedroom, then what?
Pretty much just like tormented him for hours.
Okay. Did you see any of that?
I seen him hit him with a hammer.
Where did he hit him?
Exactly. I knew that there was.
So he tortured him for hours.
Did you hear KJ scream, yell, or anything like that?
How are you not gonna hear him?
Did Leroy come and go out of the room, or was he back there the entire time? Okay, I'll ask first. Did you ever hear any gunshots?
I'm pretty sure he KJ with the gun.
How did you not, bro? She sound real dumb. You talking about he hit him in the legs and the hands and knees, but you ain't hear no gunshots. What?
Once. Before the hammer.
And what makes you think that?
I just remember that.
Okay. So you saw that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Like I said, obviously, I was really high.
Do you recall?
I bet you was high.
I think he was trying to get out of him. The KJ was working with the fence.
Okay. So Leroy thought that KJ was working with the government or the police or something.
Casey says for hours, Leroy tormented and tortured KJ inside her bedroom.
That gotta be the most highest shit you can ever fucking do. Thinking that somebody working with the feds. Bro, why would he be working with the feds to lock you up? What have you been doing for the feds to be wanting to look for you, my boy? Let me know that right now, bro, because that's crazy.
As the sun rose the next morning, it came to a stop.
Okay,
I walked back there and all I see was KJ on the right side of my toilet, and Leroy had a wire wrapped around his neck, and he was pulling on it from my bathroom, like my shower. He was wrapped around the shower.
Okay, so KJ
torturing that man in his house, in her house,
with this wire, and that wire is wrapped around the shower head, the shower curtain, shower door. Okay, so at that point did KJ look like he was still alive? No. All right. And what made? And I'm sorry, I know this is tough.
What made me think
What made
that?
you think he was dead? Or how did you know?
Because that's what Leroy wanted that night, was to kill him.
Leroy ordered her to help him clean up the crime scene.
Okay.
Casey felt she had no choice but to obey him.
He just killed his best friend. I was pretty scared. I was scared for my life. And he's sitting there telling me he was going to rape me.
What?
And all I'm thinking about is my children are about to wake up, and he's making me clean up blood from his best friend. So I was pretty scared.
Casey recalls Leroy wrapped KJ's body in a white mattress cover, then forced her to help him move KJ's body from the bathroom into the crawl space.
What?
Then Leroy took off.
Okay, so now KJ is...
Boy, caught a body, put it in your house, and left. Boy, you don't even pay no rent there, bruh.
under the crawl space. And you said Leroy left and didn't come back for, I think initially you said a couple days. How long do you think it was?
I really can't remember. I know that it was like 2 or 3 days until he covered him up.
Okay. And what did he bring with him to do that?
Like 3 bags of concrete. It. And yet all of his work was already at my house. So I'm pretty sure everything I needed was already there.
Gotcha. So after he did that, and do you know about how long that?
What a mess, huh?
Did he say anything to you after that? What was his demeanor after all that?
We're not going to talk about this.
Did he make any threats then?
Yeah, he hurt me. He found out. And he said people were watching me. And people knew in case I did let anyone know.
Do you have a decent, and I don't expect you to be able to like point to a date on a calendar or anything like that, but now that we've gone through all this, do you have a decent idea when this occurred? Obviously you said it was summer.
No, I don't really remember. This was a while ago. Like I said, it was a lot of drugs, so I don't really remember.
As the interview comes to a close, detectives ask one final question.
When we spoke to you the second time, last time when we were taking you over to the jail, and you gave us kind of a better account of what happened, why not give us the whole story then?
Exactly.
I'm so scared.
Okay. I'm scared of what?
Of what was going to happen to me, my safety, my kids' safety.
Bro, what was he gonna do at the point that you was in a detective office? He's already incarcerated. How are you scared and this man locked up? She's saying dumb shit right now.
I still know where my kids are at, and that didn't really put me past him, that he wouldn't do something to hurt them.
In exchange for her cooperation, prosecutors offer Casey a deal. She pleads guilty to being an accessory to a crime. She receives a deferred judgment and is released from jail.
Wow.
As his trial approaches,
Ain't that
Leroy
insane?
decides not to roll the dice. He pleads guilty to second-degree murder. In April of 2025, he's sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Ain't that a bitch?
At Leroy's hearing, KJ's mother comes face to face with her son's killer and tells the judge, "He murdered my only child. We may never know all the details, but the defendant does. I hope it haunts him every day for the rest of his life, like
Wow.
it does me."
Ain't that a bitch? She definitely got her way. She definitely got her way, y'all. Ain't that a motherfucker? God rest his soul. God rest his soul, man. That shit is crazy, though. You feel me? I felt like the right person got charged, though. But what could she really do? What could she really do, bro? Word, man. I ain't gonna lie, though. That is all she wrote for the body cams for me tonight, man. What I'm about to do tonight is I'm about to fucking play probably like 2 more hours of this GTA 4 because I have to catch up with this shit, y'all.